holy estate of matrimony. Clyde, in front of your friends and family here, do you promise to love her? Do you promise to comfort her? Do you promise to honor her? Do you promise to be with her in sickness and in health, through good times, through bad times, when she gets on your nerves? And do you promise to forsake all others, keeping yourself only for her as long as you both shall live? Good answer. Mallory, I now ask you as you look into Clyde, will you have Clyde to be your wedded husband, to live together after God's command in the holy estate of matrimony? Do you promise to love him? Do you promise to comfort him? Do you promise to honor him? Do you promise to be with him in sickness and in health, through good times, through bad times, when he doesn't want to do anything else other than watch the basketball games on TV all day? And do you promise to forsake all others, keeping yourself only for him as long as you both shall live? Great. Now at this time, Eli will come forward and present us the rings that they have for each other.
Go in the middle.
And let's give Eli a round of applause. He's worked very hard for this.
Go and stay in the middle.
Now, Clyde, take Mallory's ring. Mallory, take Clyde's ring. And Clyde, we're going to start with you. I want you to take Mallory's left hand, and I want you to hold it. And I want you to place the ring on her finger. And Mallory, as he places your ring on your finger, I want you to remember that a ring is more than a symbol of your marriage. It is a seal of the vow that you have made to one another today. The circle of the ring, as far as the human eye can see, is a perfect circle. It has no beginning and it has no end. And so God, too, has a perfect love for you and wants you to love one another in his never-ending grace. This ring is made of precious metal. And I want you to remember that not only are you precious in God's sight, but now you are very precious in the eyes of Clyde. And when you are absent from one another, when you are away from one another, may the presence of the ring that you wear on your hand remind you to be faithful and to fulfill your vows to Clyde. Clyde, now you may now place the ring on her finger. Good, you've done it. And now Clyde, repeat after me. Say, I give you this ring.
I give you this ring
In token of our marriage vows.
in token of our marriage vow.
May it ever be a symbol
May it ever be a symbol
of the unbroken bond
of the unbroken bond
of our love for one another.
of our love for one another.
Now, Mallory, I want you to take Clyde's left hand, and I want you to place the ring on his finger. And Clyde, as she places the ring on your finger, I want to remind you the way I reminded Mallory that the seal that you have made today is very important. This seals the vow that you have made today, and it is very important. And the circle of a ring, as far as a human eye can see, is a perfect circle. And God, too, wants you to abide in his perfect love and have perfect love for one another. And as I mentioned to Mallory, the ring is a precious metal. And I want you to remember that you are not only precious in the eyes of God, but you are very precious in her eyes. And when you are absent from one another, when you are away from one another, remember that this ring reminds you to be faithful to her and to be faithful to the vows that you are making today. And Mallory, I want you to repeat this after me. Say, I give you this ring in token of our marriage vows. May it ever be a symbol of the unbroken bond of our love for one another. You can face me one more time.